If you're like me, you've got a soft spot for clear tech. Transparent design is one of those things you either love or hate. There's rarely anyone sitting in the middle. Recently, I've been using a few products from a company called Charge. I think that's how you pronounce it. I just wanted to take a moment to showcase these products, not because I was paid to, but because they genuinely stood out to me. To be honest, I've reached a point where my inbox is constantly flooded with tech collabs and product offers that are just like subpar. Most of it either looks bad or just looks cheaply made, and I really can't keep up with it all, so a lot of it kind of blows by me. But when Charge hit me up, I was immediately interested based off of what I saw. What caught my eye wasn't the specs or the features, it was the design language. Transparent builds, clean aesthetics, and a level of playfulness you rarely see in something as boring as a power bank or charger. So I hit them back and they sent me over a care package with the SharGeek 140 power bank, the Carbon Mag 5K MagSafe power bank, their retractable 65 watt charger, and their SSD NVMe housing with their magnetic mount and an L-shaped cable. Now, they didn't pay me to say anything. They just sent the gear and gave me full creative control, which I respect. So let's go ahead and walk through each of these items. I'll share my honest impressions and show you why they might be worth adding to your own personal kits, especially if you care about form as much as function. Starting off, here is their SSD enclosure, the NVMe housing. This little thing honestly is pretty sick, and I wish I had something back when I was maining my iPhone, because shooting log on iPhones in ProRes, they're just massive files, and so you need to, at least on the iPhone I had the 15 Pro, granted with only 128 gigs of storage, so I had to use an external hard drive whenever I was shooting log. And this thing is really cool because if you get the magnetic mount for it, it just MagSafes to the back of your iPhone, and then it comes with the built-in like USB-C clip right here, or USB-C cable, excuse me, and then you can just connect it super easily like that, and it's extremely low profile, and so you don't even have to worry about like it getting in the way. Back when I did my log video for my iPhone, I used an SSD, but I was just holding it to the back because I didn't have like anything official. This solves that problem. This is an SSD, essentially what I was using, but it's got that MagSafe capability built into it, and it's also just a much slimmer form factor even than the one that I was using. So super, super cool design. Actually really like this thing. I don't have a spare NVMe to put into this thing, but I'm gonna get one and start using it just as like its own drive. But also when I switch back to iPhone, the iPhone you're seeing in this video is my wife's. I'm currently using the S25 Ultra for a while. I'm gonna see about using this as well for all my video function, especially see and push the envelope of whatever the 17 Pro can do. So I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm definitely gonna use it. The only only negative thing I will say is that the screws, when I was it comes with spare screws, luckily, but when I was taking one out, just make sure that you're keeping track of where you're unscrewing this thing, because I actually lost a screw because it fell, and it fell onto the carpet and it's gone. Once it hits carpet, depending on what kind of carpet you have, they're gone because they're so small, and also just fall out very easily. So that's more of like user error, but that's just me cautioning you guys. Be aware that these things can get lost really easily. It comes with spares, so I'm fine. But just make sure that you are taking care when you are opening this thing up. The next product they sent me was the Carbon Mag 5K, and this is just a little MagSafe power bank that you can stick to the back of your phone. In this instance, my wife's phone is the 15 Pro, not the Pro Max, so it is very flush around the edges with the actual edge of the iPhone. And it's pretty nice. For the 15, specifically the 15 Pros, the battery life, like I said, my experience with the battery life was terrible, and so I could see something like this coming in handy, especially for my wife. Her phone is like at 2% when she comes back from work every single day. So Charge actually sent me 2 of them, so I'm giving one to my wife to use. Hopefully help that. But also it's just like, it's a nice little low profile power bank that you can just like keep in like your backpack, like one of your pockets in your backpack or something, or just, whatever you want. Super cool little design too. It's got like that carbon fiber look. But yeah, look how thin that is. It's gonna focus on my face. There you go. Look how thin that is. So it's up to 20 watt charge, USB-C charging right here. And then you've got your power button on the side there. So super cool. Love this thing. This is actually a lot cooler than I thought it would be, and I can definitely see like the use case for it. So even if you don't want to use this as a MagSafe charger, which that's probably the main thing you'd be using it for if you bought this, but it's just a very slim, very low profile power bank as it is. 5,000 milliamp, So, you know, not a whole lot, but enough to get you a charge easily. And it's in a very, very small form factor. Next up is their retractable 65 charger. This thing is actually probably the one that I've been using the most. I keep it in our like junk drawer in our kitchen as a spare charger, because like if you need a charger in a pinch, if you need to charge your phone, just go grab this, and then everything's already built in, because you pull the cable, there you go. You don't have to worry about finding the cable, plugging it in, wrapping it around or whatever. You pull that out, and it's a good length. I'll put what the actual length is on the screen because I didn't look. But I'd want to say it's like 2.5, 3 feet, close to that. But it's a lot more convenient than you'd think. It's got the little, you know, get your groove on to, I don't know if that's supposed to look like a little, you know, spinning record player or something. It's just a fun design. Like I said, these guys are fun. Their stuff, all their products have fun, playful designs, which I like that in tech. In things like this, I mean, there's only so much you can do with a charger to make it fun, to make it unique. So I really appreciate this. I use this like every single day too. It's not the smallest form factor in the world, you know, because it's still kind of just a chunk of a square, but it's just super convenient and easy to put away, easy to pull out. So I love this thing, and it's 65 watt, so it gives you that nice super fast charging on your devices, and it works like a charm. So I mean, throwing this in a backpack, putting this in a drawer, just having this somewhere that's easy to use in a pinch when you need a charger, it's great. And the last thing that they sent over was their SharGeek 140. I think that's how they want you to say it. But this is a 20,000 milliamp, 140 watt max output power bank. There is a stipulation to that. It says 140 watt. It's going to be 100 out of your Type C. So 100 watts out of your Type C, if you can see that there. And then 40 watts out of your USB-A up there. So 140 total, but 100 max output out of a single port on this thing. But otherwise, it looks so cool. This is one of the designs that I liked the most, just because like, I don't know, I like clear tech like this, because if this was a power bank, if this wasn't clear, it would just kind of be a brick, you know? I mean, like I said, there's not much you can do with power banks. Power banks are bricks, because what they're supposed to do is just, you know, supply power, because it's just a battery. So, I mean, this is cool. I mean, look at this thing. It's got that that output screen on it, which gives you some pretty useful information, and it just, they did a really good job with the way it looks. And also, it actually pairs quite well with the Nothing Phone 3A. As like just like a, I don't know, like a combo. Slightly different tones of white, just a little bit. This one might be a little bit more on the like cream side, if you will, but all in all, this is a super cool combo if you have like the Nothing Phone 3A to pair like a power bank with it. A lot of Charge's stuff does look good with the Nothing Phone, so that was a fun combination that I noticed once I got the products. They've got a white and a black. I've got 2 white ones that they sent over, but the blacks look pretty cool too. I've got a black one of these, but everything else is the white one. So, but no, yeah, design wise, super fun. Power wise, I mean, it's 20,000 milliamps. It's not a whole lot to say. I mean, you're gonna get plenty of charges out of this. It's great for road trips. You know, keep it in your bag as a backup. And you'll be set. One of the downsides I will say that comes with this look is that this is plastic. I mean, if you drop this on concrete, this whole thing is probably gonna crack and shatter pretty easily. So that's kind of something that you sacrifice for this look. It's not like the plastic feels like it's gonna be something that can withstand a lot. So if you're going for that transparent look, you know, that fun look, you kind of sacrifice a little bit of durability to get that look. You know, if something's clear, it's got to be glass or plastic, and there's only so many durable clear plastics out there. So, and this one, I will be honest, does not feel like it's going to withstand much. If you drop it on carpet, sure, it'll be fine. But anything, a hard surface, I have a feeling that this thing is going to bust pretty easily. So just be aware of that. If you're getting these things, don't get them because you want something that's durable. I would go a different route. The reason that you are getting these things is because of that fun design, and you're not gonna be super hard on them. These are gonna live in a fairly safe environment. I wouldn't take these, you know, outside or whatever. In a picnic environment, you know, or something like that, sure. Car road trips, yeah, just I wouldn't anticipate on taking this out like backpacking in the mountains or something. You can just know if you're gonna drop this on a rock, it's probably gonna bust. So that is the only thing I will say. Everything else feels great. So like the carbon mag, this feels fine. It's also light enough that you're probably gonna have a hard time breaking it anyways. And then the enclosure, this is all metal. This can probably take a little bit of beating. But your clear stuff, your clear designs from at least the 2 items that I have from them, they do feel just a little bit on the cheaper side. I think what makes these stand out though isn't just the performance. Like, you're not buying these for performance, but the intention behind the design. It's gear that feels, like I said, fun to use, well thought out, but it also gets this clear design in a way that still feels pretty solid to hold. Like, the quality is not just absolutely terrible. For what it is, they did a really good job. So if you're someone who appreciates more so the aesthetic side of tech and wants accessories that are just as fun to look at as they are to use, I think Charge absolutely is worth checking out. I'll drop links to everything below. They are not going to be affiliate links. They are just links to the products that Charge was kind enough to send to me. And so you guys can check them out for yourselves. But let me know down in the comments below if this transparent tech is the kind of style that you'd want in your daily carries. Anyways, that is it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And again, thank you to Charge so much for sending the products out, allowing me to have some content to share with you guys. But guys, that is enough watching content, enough consuming. As always, you know the drill. Get out there and create something yourself. I will see you all in the next video.